Dreams do come true. Joseph's journey. In a land full of ancient wonders and mysterious secrets, there lived a young boy named Joseph, the son of Jacob. Joseph had a unique gift, the ability to dream about the future. His dreams were not just random images, they were clear visions that predicted events that had not yet happened. Joseph lived in Canaan with 10 half-brothers, 1 full brother, and at least 1 half-sister. He was the firstborn of Rachel and the 11th son of Jacob. Joseph was the favorite among his siblings, as shown by the special coat of many colors his father gave him. When Joseph was 17, he had 2 extraordinary dreams. In the first dream, bundles of grain gathered by his brothers bowed down to his bundle. In the second dream, the sun, representing his father, the moon representing his mother, and 11 stars, his brothers, all bowed down to Joseph. These dreams made his brothers jealous and angry. They saw Joseph's dreams as a threat to their own power and authority. Instead of being happy for him, they resented him, while their father Jacob tried to understand the dreams. The jealousy among Joseph's brothers grew, and they decided to get rid of him. Most of them planned to kill him, but Reuben suggested they put Joseph in an empty water well to save him for later. The others didn't know about Reuben's plan, and agreed to sell Joseph to a caravan heading to Egypt. They put goat's blood on Joseph's coat and showed it to Jacob, their father, making him think Joseph was dead. As Joseph journeyed away from home, he realized he was part of a bigger plan. In Egypt, Joseph was sold to Potiphar, a powerful man who was the captain of Pharaoh's guard. Joseph became Potiphar's servant and eventually managed his household. Potiphar's wife tried to seduce Joseph, but he refused her advances. Feeling rejected, she falsely accused Joseph of a crime, leading to his imprisonment. Despite facing many challenges, Joseph remained hopeful, believing that God was guiding him. Even in prison, Joseph's ability to interpret dreams proved valuable. He correctly interpreted the dreams of Pharaoh's cupbearer and baker, predicting their fates. When the cupbearer was released, he forgot about Joseph for 2 years until Pharaoh had a puzzling dream. The cupbearer remembered Joseph and had Joseph brought before Pharaoh, who was impressed by Joseph's interpretation. Pharaoh made Joseph the ruler of Egypt, second only to himself. Years later, a severe famine struck the land, and people came to Egypt to buy food. Joseph's brothers also came to Egypt, not recognizing him. Joseph recognized them but kept his identity hidden. After testing his brothers, Joseph demanded to see their youngest brother, Benjamin. He detained Simeon as a hostage and sent the others back to Canaan with grain. Joseph discreetly returned their money to their sacks. Despite recognizing his brothers, Joseph kept his identity secret and accused them of being spies. The mention of a younger brother set the stage for an emotional reunion as Joseph's plan began to unfold. The brothers went back to their father in Canaan and told him everything that had happened in Egypt. They were surprised to see that their money was still in their sacks, which made them feel uneasy. They explained to their father that the prime minister had asked for Benjamin to come to prove their honesty. Jacob was sad because he had already lost Joseph and Simeon, and now he might lose Benjamin too. With their food running out, Jacob finally agreed to send his sons back to Egypt for more grain. Reuben and Judah convinced their father to let Benjamin go with them, fearing the consequences of not following the prime minister's demands. When Joseph, who was the prime minister, appeared, the brothers gave him gifts from their father. Joseph saw Benjamin among them and was deeply moved, though he hid his emotions. He went to his chambers to cry before returning to order a meal. The Egyptians didn't want to eat with the Hebrews, so the brothers were served separately. That night, Joseph told his steward to load the brothers' donkeys with provisions and double the money they had brought before. He also had the steward put his silver cup in Benjamin's sack without the brothers knowing. The next morning, the steward caught up with the brothers, searched their bags, and found the cup in Benjamin's sack. This caused a commotion, and the brothers agreed to go back to Egypt. Joseph confronted them about the silver cup and said the one with the cup would become his slave. Judah offered himself as a slave instead of Benjamin. Joseph couldn't hold back his emotions and revealed himself as their brother, Joseph. He told them not to be afraid and explained that God had turned their bad intentions into something good. Joseph asked them to bring their father and the entire household to Egypt to live in Goshen because there were still 5 more years of famine. He gave them wagons, clothing, money, and provisions for the journey. Jacob, along with his family and livestock, went to Egypt. Judah asked Joseph where they should go, and Joseph told them to go to Goshen. Joseph prepared his chariot to meet his father there. When they reunited, they hugged and cried together. Jacob was happy to see his son alive and said he could die in peace. Joseph's family then met with the Pharaoh of Egypt. The story of Joseph, commonly known as Joseph the Dreamer, is a captivating story found in the book of Genesis, spanning chapters 37 through 45. Let's look into the key elements and themes of this remarkable story. Primary subjects. 1. Divine guidance. The story illustrates how God's plan is at work, even in difficult circumstances. Joseph's suffering leads to his rise in Egypt, which ultimately saves many from starvation. 2. Forgiveness and reconciliation. Joseph's ability to forgive his brothers highlights the importance of reconciliation and the power of forgiveness in familial relationships. 3. Dreams and destiny. Joseph's dreams serve as a motif throughout the story, representing both personal ambition and God's guidance in determining the course of events. 4. Faith and integrity. Joseph's faith in God and his integrity in the face of temptation and adversity underscore a moral foundation that shapes his character. The story of Joseph is not only a central story in the Bible, but has also been influential in various cultural contexts, including literature, theater, and film, illustrating its enduring significance for generations. Remember, if you want favor with both God and man, and a reputation for good judgment and common sense, then trust the Lord completely, don't ever trust yourself. In everything you do, put God first, and He will direct you and crown your efforts with success. Proverbs, chapter 3, verses 5-6. Peace,